Alright, I'm back. Welcome back, all you bored YouTube viewers. How do I know you're bored? Because, well, you wouldn't be here watching me play this pretty awesome game if you weren't. So, I'm trying to make it a habit to make sure I be very careful, very cautious with where I go, with what I... Ooh, Pubmaster's key room. Oh, room key, even. Let's take that. Oh, look at all those medals. This is amazing. A Gaffer's Tale, Volume 2. Alright. Oh, so this is the same guy. The old guy. Alright. After more than a quarter of a century, I'm done with... Oh, wait. Wait a second. This is the same excerpt. Oh my gosh. Really, guys? Are you guys too lazy to make a separate... I saw that already. Unless if, like, just by quitting and... Oh, Volume 1, there we go. My sister Nina and I left Tivia together, saying goodbye to our aunt, the woman who had raised us since childhood, leaving behind our home city of Yarrow and the cold but beautiful white landscapes we had always known. We boarded a ship for Dunwall. Our parents had left us with a sizable inheritance, and we spent half of this getting to the capital city and establishing a small import shop dedicated to Tivian furs. Once I'd helped Nina establish the business, I was free to pursue my dream. Singing on with a whaling ship. Oh, signing. Yes, signing. Because I signed and sang while I signed onto a whaling ship was the most exciting thing I've ever done, and I saw it as a means to an end. Someday I would captain my own crew, and eventually own a fleet of similar vessels. With tears in her eyes, Nina kissed me farewell, and I did not see her again for many months. As an apprentice to the gaffer, I got to see the tracking and killing of great beasts up close. Nothing had ever fired my spirits so as the wind and pounding waves, racing after a wounded whale, being pulled by a skein of cables embedded in its thick flesh. I changed more in those first 7 months than I had the previous 7 years. Whaling was beginning to put its mark on me so that Nina barely recognized me when I returned, tanned and sunny with muscle, weather creases already wrinkled in the corners of my eyes, but she would see that I was filled with joy, having found my purpose. So that's the younger whaler, happier, Admiralty and the Fleet. Excerpt from a book on naval history. Oh, naval history book. Alright, let's see. Looks like another reading episode, so it seems. Sorry if you don't like reading, you guys can just fast forward if you want. Anyway. While each of the isles has some of the form of naval fleet, none is more envied than that of Bristol, with its long, proud history of great ships and admirals who command them. Boys of age in the cities of Bristol hoping to someday captain such a ship, like the other guy, and family dynasties are made by those captains who track down infamous pirates or crush seditious uprisings as during the Morley insurrection. In the time of war and peace, Bristol continues to innovate at sea. Ship designs of Anton Salok himself now represent the highest standard in the whaling trade, allowing crews to haul their keel up over the deck and begin their butchery and processing even as the ship returns to Dunwall. The crews can be seen working on their latest whale as the ship moves slowly up the Wellhen River, coming to the dock with one of the powerful warehouse companies such as the Greaves Whaling House, suspended in the rigging overhead and backlit by the setting sun. The silhouette of one of these creatures makes a moving sight as it cruises to its final resting place in the industry heart of the capital city. Oh my gosh. Oh, all this reading, making my lips numb. Who's reading this? Havelock Log Entry 1. It has been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo in the old sewers. Oh, this is the cool guys that saved me. They have not returned, so I can only hope that they succeeded in getting the packages delivered. Piero spent considerable time and resources making those things. If I could only find a way to mass-produce them, the Dunwall Navy would secure its place as the dominant force on the globe. But back to Corvo. He can actually break out of Can he actually break out of Coleridge? And if so, will he make his way here? I personally give him odds of 1 in 5. Believe it, mister, I am here.
Log entry 1-4. Seems we've moved to a new phase. Martin's improvisations have borne fruit. The former bodyguard has been freed and is en route to the staging location. The Pendleton's voting block and my military connections. All we've lacked is the ability to project lethal force in a controlled manner against a previously inaccessible... to the point, we need a man who can kill the bastards for us. Corvo is more than capable of that, no doubt. End log.
Alright.
Off. Switch. Switch, where the hell is it?
Alright. So they need me to be able to kill bad guys. Take some more coins from this place. Alright. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've been in this room. Have I? Yes. Alright. So that's that. Could go up. The little maid lady said my bed was upstairs. Is this... Oh, that's a walled off door. Okay, bricked off. I'm guessing this is it. Way up here. Oh god! Lady! Lady Lydia!
I'm sorry it's so dark. We can't risk being seen. It is a bit romantic, though, isn't it?
It's not that dark. Then again, I did turn up the brightness quite a bit so I could see, so you guys could see. So, Corvo's chambers. This is my place. My room, I guess. Be spending a lot of time here. They're giving me free money, too. Take a nap here. I got some pretty interesting posters. I got my own sink to drink from. I like how I'm just looting my own room. Could use a bit of a touch-up. There's cobwebs here and there, but all in all, it's not too shabby of a place to call home. Medicinal herbs.
Attention Dunwall citizens. Lady Emily Caldwell was abducted 6 months ago during her mother's terrible murder.
Oh my gosh.
Anyone with information leading to the location
It's been
or return
6
of the daughter
months?
of our beloved late Empress is required to speak to the City Watch at once.
Oh man. So, oh, there's where the bricked wall leads. Interesting. Alright. I guess we should go talk to those guys now. Oh wait, but there was something cool I wanted to go check out. It was out a window. Where was it? Ah, there it is. Anything outstandingly amazing out here? That's a cool building. Oh my gosh. I told you guys I love exploring, so I might be wandering around for a long time. Oh man. Anybody in here? No? Good. The fugue feast. Oh my gosh, long one. Alright. At the end of every year, after the last day of the month of songs, we begin the fugue feast. The new year has not started, and thus the time that follows is outside the calendar. A period of celebration and feasting begins, during which the people abandon the very practices that keep them whole and healthy over the year. Many leave their homes, euphoric with spirits or potent herbs. Some point their faces or wear masks to conceal themselves as they pursue their passions without reservations. So basically, they're taking drugs. When the right cosmological signs are observed and it is time for the calendar to begin anew, the sitting high observer calls for the hymn of atonement and the fugue feast ends. Families return to their homes, wives to their husbands, enemies put down their weapons, and fires are extinguished. No complaint is given for those who have wronged others, deviated from the ancient codes, or discarded oaths. For this time during the astrological alignment does not exist and is not recorded. The following day starts the new year, marked on the first day of the month of Earth, as it has always been. So basically, practices of their New Year's, they all go wild and party and do whatever, do drugs, get all crazy, and then the new year. Trials of Aptitude. We've read this one already. The Trials of Becoming a Human Being, I guess. I don't know. Oh, Call to Spheres, Volume 1. My stomach twisted as the engines of the odd vessel roared louder. It was the creation of Orcado, third prefect from the Academy of Natural Philosophy. He was exhilarated, savoring each of the small craft's undulations. Orchado pulled a lever, and a great gout of smoke surrounded us. The smell of burning whale oil grew unbearable as the machine propelled itself upward. I was too afraid to look through the window, which suddenly didn't feel thick enough. As if knowing my thoughts, Overseer Bryn looked at me and smiled. Recite some of the litany, my pupil. It will protect your heart from the turpitude of the void on our way to the outer spheres. Interesting, interesting. Anything? Okay. Oh, my goodness. Don't want to fall. Oh, man, I'm far from where I should be going. I'm totally just wandering like crazy. Alright, I think we'll go and actually do what we were... Oh, hello, lady who closed the door on me. I was just exploring. Don't mind me. All the way down. Oh man, all this exploring. It's actually almost lunchtime where I'm at, so I think as soon as I end this video, I'm gonna get... Oh, those are the good guys. Okay. I was freaking out about them.
Welcome to the Hound Pit Pub, sir. How may I help?
Hello, sir.
God.
I am Wallace, and this is Cecilia.
Hello.
We have been informed of your arrival and will do our best to stay out of your way while you conduct your business.
Yes. Lydia's a servant here as well.
If I may, I am the personal assistant to Lord Pendleton, and one of the senior servants at Pendleton House, as was my father.
Oh.
Now I am entrusted with this house, the home of the Loyalists. I have never seen the Admiral fail at any venture. If order can be restored to the city of Dunwall, I believe he can do it. If anyone can get your old life back, it's him.
Alright, sounds good. Oh, where'd the lady go? Out this way. Oh my goodness, where'd she go? She probably went upstairs. I was gonna say hi. Oh well. Alright, let's talk to these guys.
We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here.
Oh my gosh, he
Corvo,
looks creepy.
I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pits pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At
Sounds
risk of
good to me,
execution,
sounds
we're
good to me.
committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry, you must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes. Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
Alright. Talk to Piero. Let's see, we had more notes in here. Piero is an inventor who is available to craft and upgrade equipment. Piero spends most of his time in his workshop. Samuel, the boatman, has smuggled you across the... Oh, yeah. Man, I got a lot of money. Alright. Can I take your drink?
Good to have you with us. Nothing against the others,
Stay
but
alert and stay loyal.
Take some powdered crystal. Oh my gosh. Oh, let's eat another tartlet. Oh, those are delicious. They look
you talked to
absolutely
Piero
delicious.
yet? He made the weapons we left for you on your way out of Coleridge Prison. Go see him when you can.
Oh, you mean the weapons that I didn't even use because I'm such a badass? Alright. Anything worth taking in here? Empty bottles. Empties. Empty. Oh. There we go. Yep, you always have to check under the table for your tip. All you waiters out there, sometimes they'll drop them under the table. Your tips are always under the table. That's where I look for my tips. Whenever I've never been a waiter, so I've never had to look for tips. But if I was, I would look under the table for my money, because that's exactly where you'd keep it. Tavian ore. 20 coins, huh? That's it for some awesome ore? Alright. Oh my goodness, this place is huge. Ooh. Is it locked? Do I need something to unlock this? Interesting. So I guess this whole island is for good people, I would assume. It's like where all the good people hang out. Ooh. You cannot kill the rat plague. I guess you can't. Alright. Oh, let's look in Piero's workshop. Oh, that's him, right there. He's on the other side, somehow. Alright, let's go this way. Oh, interesting. Let's go talk to Piero. Hello, Piero. How are you?
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin.
Why, thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate it. Can you give me a sniper rifle?
No! This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil is running.
Oh, well, I found a whole bunch,
Can
actually.
you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. The oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
Alright. Second solution? Oh, man. It is through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula, sold as Piero's remedy. A name I did not choose, if you must know the truth. The public has spoken its usual message of idiocy, spending their coin as a means of selecting Sokolov's formula over mine, which I believe to be equal, if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions as a means of resisting this remarkable new plague. I say remarkable because the strain works with an efficiency we have not seen in the history of the Empire. This plague, now making its way through the city of Dunwall, is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I have studied it within the blood of those so afflicted, and it's nearly perfect. Elegant, in fact. And while it is true that Piero's remedy and Sokolov's elixir are known to protect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties not fully understood, which relate to the mind itself and the spirit. And it is in this way that my formula wins out. Here is where one should pay attention to this contest, for you see Sokolov's elixir, with its emphasis on the brute animal body, is a cross goo better suited for livestock. The subtle and secret variants in the key ingredients making up Pierre's remedy ensure that it works on the higher functions that separate humankind from the mindless blue-jawed hagfish swimming in the Wrenhaven River. Alright, so he thinks his paper is so awesome. Pierre's request is denied. Piero, I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of powdered crystal, Tavian ore. What's wrong with the metals and crystal? King Sparrow feathers? If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy everything you needed was paid for by tariff and handed out willy-nilly, but this is my bar, or what is left of it, and we're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials and everything else, so you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve of your purchases unless they're absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If you need those things, go out and scavenge them. Half the city is in ruins, so no one is going to miss any of the old crap you seem to need. Alright, well, I found a whole bunch of that stuff. I'm gonna take... Oh! Ah! I'm totally taking your stuff. Grindstone. Oh. Interesting. A vice. Okay. Interesting. Sokolov's technology and the new age. One of the advantages of the Sokolov's technology is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of processed whale oil they use as fuel. When a tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into place with ease, and the process is simple enough that any common workman or even the lower guardsmen of the City Watch can handle the task. This applies to the arc pylon and the wall of light security systems, as well as the powered carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokolov's design is the volatility of the tanks themselves. A few incidents have occurred resulting in damage to property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks has exploded. So basically their fuel is explosive. Alright. Oh, the map is just worth coins. It's not really a map. Alright, interesting. Oh gosh, I'm locked in here. Alright, let's take your...
That one is empty. A new tank.
I know, I'm going to take it up with the others. Gosh, you silly man. See, wouldn't you put the empty one in there and then it fills it up for you? I mean, come on, hello. Only makes sense. Oh, your port is dirt, man. You got nothing in here. Dead counter responsibilities. Commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of the growing plague crisis, the dead counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. In most matters of etiquette or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have command in situations related to the plague and the handle of the dead, including those with late-stage plague symptoms, called weepers in common parlance. Stated in the month of rain, interested officers may apply for the test, and if accepted, for the first 2-week training tour, pay will be administered in coin and rations of elixir at 1.5 normal pay grade. Wow. Alright, failed experiments. Whoop! Freed. Of course, I have attempted to improve upon Sokolov's designs, of course, and why not? After all, it is likely that his thinking was influenced in some small way by our time together at the Academy. We are all part of a community striving to unknot the mysteries of the cosmos. Even those among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to a fruitful line of consideration by, how does one say it, our intellectual subordinates. Sokolov is no exception to this, despite the glamour of genius he has over the aristocracy. And further, it is true that many of my experience have failed. No need to gossip about it behind my back in your social clubs and in the very chambers of the Academy itself. Great ambition requires risks. You may laugh now at my door to nowhere, but someday you will not. Your children will likely see it as commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting our streets at night. But a few short years ago you would have laughed at Sokolov's arc pylon or wall of light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they are nothing but evidence of your own limited imagination. This guy's a dreamer. Anything? Alright. Remarkably, each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variants of physiology. On the second leg of the trip, east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female some 42 in length. I estimated she weighed 35 oh my gosh. A woman who weighs 35 tons? Oh, the ship. Okay. The whale. The whale. Ah, a whaling ship. Got it. Okay. And the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing. By candlelight, I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing, I cut into the mass of tentacles around her mouth. Within, I found a row upon row of teeth and a baleen running along the upper jaw. This broom-like structure, I assumed she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. Alright, so they're studying whales. Oh my gosh, so much stuff to read. Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regarding to supplies of whale oil. The good admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the empty tank is held near the oil refund pump, the magnetizer attractor should take the tank and lock it in the correct configuration. Using the lever will begin the refilling process. Once refilling is complete, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution must be used when handling the full tanks. They are quite unstable. The system is sound and well engineered. It appears that the Grease Oil Company has done something correctly for once. Oh man, more whaling. Out at sea, they secure the beast with hooks, with lines cast from the main ship and from several small buoys kept the whole whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, a large hook is driven through the tail with which to hoist the creature up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them onto the deck, then lift them into the scaffolding overhead. The ship adjusts its prow and returns to port in Dunwall, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off its fattiest parts while it still lives. Oh my gosh. A very much so reading one indeed. Oh, you can dispense an empty tank from there. Good thing I brought this empty one up. I'm saving you an empty tank. Jeez, you're so worthless.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time, and then observe them for years if need be, to see if the formulation of energetic substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities, subject and the necessary legal amnesty.
Alright, let's do a save here, because I feel like having some fun. Alright, so just before we leave, I'm gonna go take this down. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, what? What? Hold on a second.
How did that happen?
Interesting. Hold on a second. What was so different about throwing it there?
Unexpected.
I don't get it. Did it kill him or something? I don't know. Anyway.
How did that happen?
So long. Thanks for all the fish. Hope to see you again soon. That was weird. Why did it kill me? Did it kill me? I don't know. Oh well. Anyway, so long. Bye.